Your morning is a lie. You wake up seeking comfort, but the universe is preparing to crush you. The first line you must tell yourself is, I may not wake up tomorrow. This isn't dark. It is the ultimate clarity. Most people start their day acting like they have 1,000 years left. They waste their first hour on a glowing screen, begging for dopamine while their life leaks away. You are not resting in bed. You are decaying in a grave of your own making. But there is a trap waiting for you. If you don't confront the reality of your own end right now, you will spend today chasing things that don't matter. And by sunset, you'll realize you've been a ghost in your own life. Expect to meet the worst of humanity today. Before you even touch your coffee, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, and arrogant. This isn't cynicism, it is armor. When you expect the world to be perfect, you give every idiot you meet the power to ruin your mood. A Stoic doesn't complain that the fire is hot. They use the heat to forge steel. Every person who cuts you off in traffic or insults your work is not an interruption. They are your training ground. But be careful. If you let their toxicity enter your soul, you've already lost the battle. Most people react and become the very monsters they hate. If you can't stay cold while the world burns, you are just another victim of circumstance. You own nothing but your mind. Tell yourself this as you stand before the mirror. I have no control over the weather, the economy, or the heart of another. The world will try to rob you of your focus. It will tempt you to worry about things you cannot change, turning you into a slave to external events. But a Stoic draws a circle around their own will and stands firm. If it is outside that circle, it is nothing to you. You aren't being indifferent. You are being efficient with your energy. But there is a hidden danger. If you don't master this boundary by noon, you will find yourself drowning in anxiety over a future that hasn't happened yet. You will realize too late that you've traded your peace for a ghost. Your potential is a debt you haven't paid. Say this to your reflection. I was born to be useful, not comfortable. Marcus Aurelius didn't want to get out of bed either, but he knew that a human being who only seeks warmth is no better than a plant. You have work to do that only you can finish. Every second you spend hesitating is a betrayal of the person you are supposed to become. You don't need motivation. You need to fulfill your contract with existence. But the clock is ticking. If you let laziness win this morning, you aren't just losing an hour. You are training your brain to accept mediocrity as a lifestyle. If you can't conquer your own blankets, how do you expect to conquer the world? Pain is a great teacher, but only if you are a willing student. Repeat this. This difficulty is exactly what I need to grow. Most people pray for a life without storms, but a ship that never faces a wave never learns how to sail. When things go wrong today, don't ask, why me? Instead ask, how can I use this? You're not a victim of your problems. You're the architect using those problems as bricks to build your character. But look out. If you let frustration cloud your vision for even a minute, you'll miss the lesson entirely. You will become bitter instead of better. If you aren't actively looking for the benefit in the struggle, you are just suffering for no reason. Your words are your energy. Stop leaking them. Tell yourself, I will speak only when my silence is less valuable. Most people use their morning to explain themselves to the world. On social media, in emails, and useless arguments, they are desperate to be understood. But a master knows that silence is a fortress. When you stop justifying your existence, you gain an aura of authority that noise can never achieve. True strength doesn't need to bark to be felt. But there is a threat lurking. The urge to fit in will try to force you to speak. If you give in to the chatter, you lose your mystery and your focus. If you can't hold your tongue during the small moments, you will surely fold during the big ones. This moment is the only reality you will ever own. Before you step out into the world, say this: I will live this day as if it were my entire life. Stop waiting for the weekend. Stop waiting for the promotion, and stop waiting for someone to save you. The Stoic knows that the past is a corpse and the future is a ghost. All you have is the weight of your feet on the ground and the breath in your lungs right now. If you aren't fully present in this hour, you aren't living. You are just waiting to die. The final danger is simple. You will finish this video and go right back to your old habits. You will let these words fade into the background noise of your life. If you don't choose to rewire your mind this second, then you have wasted your time and mine. Wake up. The war has already started.